We have to demolish what we think of ourselves as and how we see who we are and what our life is like. We have to demolish that and break that so that we can see that that is not a truth. It is not a set in stone, solid reality that has to exist going forward. We must sever the ties to that and break that open so that we can see that is not who we are. That is not a solid set reality. We do not have to continue that pattern, because who we know ourselves to be, like who we are, our pattern and our knowingness of our like solidified selves that we think that we really, really are, and our life the way that it really, really is so solid that it needs to go back to that place. You need to go back to the amount of money that you know that you can make. You need to go back to the relationship that you know that you can have. You need to go back to those things that are ever so familiar to you, because it just has to go back that way, because that is how it is for you. And if that is how it is for you, no matter amount of work that you do to get to the next level of making money or get to the next level of having a relationship, you will always be set back to that point where you know yourself as this. You know this is the comfortable spot, so that you must attack that with everything that you have to see, what is it? What is this idea or this belief that keeps pulling me back to this familiar set place in my finances, in my career, in my relationship, in my health? There is something that I have set in stone, that this is the temperature, this is the gauge, this is where it has to be at. And it's like a balance point. So no matter how high you can seem to get up and away from it, you always get sucked back to that spot. To get to the higher level and stay at the higher level of whatever area or whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, you must demolish and break that temperature, that set point that you've set for yourself. Go to work on, what is it? What is the belief? What is the view? What is the perspective? What is the thing that I feel and think and experience about myself and about life that I need to demolish here, so that I can create a new level, a new set in my life, a new equilibrium, a balance point to go to, that now I'm here when I was here. But you have to break that apart to set your new one. So you must know what it is. You must demolish it. And by demolish it, I mean really see that it is not the truth. It is not what it is as a reality that is fixed. And you'll want to keep reinstating that, because of all of the momentum in your life is so familiar with that being who you are and what life is. So you'll need to continue to acknowledge and see and demolish it and demolish it and destroy it and destroy it and destroy it as a false reality over and over and over again, until it really becomes a false reality, so that you can then be accepting of, this is my new reality. This is my new self. This is who I really am now. But it will take time. Often you cannot just see the falseness of your reality that you're experiencing and then all of a sudden be jumped out of it forever. Quite often you will come back to that as a familiar set point in your life and continue to live from there until you acknowledge and notice again that you've gone back to that set point. So your consistent and persistent awareness of destructing this set point that feels like who you are and what life is critical, and it requires effort, and it requires a focus to take on. It is not just, no, I'm going to go to this level just because I've noticed this one time that this set point is something and I'm not this thing and I'm going to be this thing. You must really destroy this reality that you've created for yourself. And it has a momentum. It has years and years and years probably of a momentum of this being who you are and what life is. And to destroy who you are and what life is so that you may be living in a new level of who you are and what life is requires commitment, persistence, effort to actually make it real. Anybody can have an enlightening moment and see the falsity of their current reality and live in a new possibility for who they are and see that new possibility and experience that for a while. But when things get difficult, when moods shift and you're not feeling so great and things happen in your life, that set point is set there for you to go right back to that level. And it will require time and effort and things to continue to destruct your old reality, your old self, so that you can acknowledge and embrace and live in creating your new reality and your new self. So I hope this hasn't been too heavy. That's not the purpose. The purpose is simply understanding that you're on a path, you're on a growth journey to elevate your consciousness, elevate your vibration, live in a new reality, live in new realities, and continue to expand your reality, expand your consciousness, expand your vibration, and get into new levels. And that doesn't always look like it's going to be the easiest thing when you're pre-programmed into experiences, personality traits, feelings about yourself and about life that you do not desire, that you wish were different, that you want to be at another level. So your awareness of the process to shift and change your reality to the next level, to another world, is helpful to understand the process, to know that you will continue to be destructing your old reality, your old self, in service of accepting and knowing who you truly newly are in your new reality and your new self. I hope this has been valuable. Thank you. I love you. Peace be with you.